Just Assassins, and it's by Albert Camus. You guys have probably never heard of it, which is true. A lot of people haven't, but I think it's amazing. And up to this point, the play's about a group of assassins, which are these people who are going to be in the scene, and they're plotting to kill the Grand Duke of Russia, who is a tyrannical leader. And up to this point, this is Act 2. They've planned the assassination, and the scene begins with the attempt off stage. So our actors are, we have Alexis Voynov, being played by Michael Price. Stepan is being played by Josiah Smith. Anik Kalayev is being played by Josiah Hutchings. Dora is being played by Maddie Hart. And Warya Anankov is being played by Walter Price, or Nathan Price. This is a true story. So these events did happen. The only character that did not exist was Stepan. But everything else did happen as it plays out in this scene. And as they perform, I challenge you to think about what your limits are and what you would do when it comes to right and wrong for causes you believe in. So this is our set. Just so you know, that's a window, big metal rods. So if he just looks like he's looking in the distance, he's looking outside. And there's a door up there. That's the desk. Cool. And go.
They're in place. Stepan just lit his cigarette.
When is the Grand Duke supposed to go by?
In just a minute. Listen, isn't that a carriage? No.
Sit down. Be patient.
And the bombs?
Sit down. We can't do anything else.
Yes, we can. Envy them.
You're the leader. Your place is here.
I am the leader, but Yannick is better than me because it is him whom I...
The risk is the same for all of us. Those who throw the bombs and those who don't.
The risk is the same in the end, but right now, Yannick and Alexis are in the line of fire. I know that I can't be with them. However, sometimes I am afraid of agreeing too easily to this role. It is convenient, after all, to be forced not to actually throw the bomb.
And when would that be? What's essential is that you do what you must until the end.
How can you be so calm?
I'm not calm. I'm petrified. I've been working with you for 3 years, making bombs for 2. I've done everything, and I don't think I've forgotten anything.
Of course not, Dora.
3 years that I've been afraid. With this fear that recedes a little bit when you fall asleep. But you get it back fresh in the morning. So I've had to get used to it. I've learned to be the most calm when I am really the most petrified. It's nothing to be proud of.
On the contrary, be very proud. Me, I never got the hang of it.
Listen. No, it's not him. My heart is pounding. You see? I haven't learned anything.
Wait. Step in his signal. It's him. In a few seconds. It's so long. This is impossible. Yannick should have thrown the bomb by now. The carriage must have already reached the theater. And Alexis? Look, Stepan is turning and running back toward the theater.
Oh, Yannick's been arrested. Oh, he must have been. We must do something. How has this happened? Yannick, caught without having done anything? He was ready for everything, I know it. He wanted prison and the trial, but after having killed the Grand Duke. Not this way. No, not this way.
Voynov, quick. Alexis, quick. Tell us.
I don't know anything. I was waiting for the first bomb. I saw the carriage turn, but nothing happened. I lost my head. I thought that at the last moment he changed the plan. Hesitated. Then I ran here.
And Yannick?
I didn't see him.
Oh, he's been arrested!
There he is.
Forgive me, brothers, I couldn't.
It's nothing.
What happened?
It's nothing. Sometimes at the last minute, everything goes awry.
This is impossible.
Let him be! You're not the only one, Yannick. Schweitzer couldn't the first time either.
Yannick, were you afraid?
Afraid? No. You don't have the right.
Well,
There were children in the carriage.
children?
The Grand Duke's niece and nephew.
But Orlov said that the Grand Duke was supposed to be alone.
The Grand Duchess was also there. I suppose that was too big a crowd here for our poet.
I could not predict this. Children. Those children especially. Have you ever looked at little kids? That serious look they get sometimes? I couldn't stand that look. A minute before, however, in the corner of that little square, I was happy. As the lights of the carriage shone in the distance, my heart was thumping with joy, I swear it. It beat louder and louder as the carriage rolling got louder. It was making such noise inside me, I think I was laughing. And I was saying, yes, yes, do you understand? I ran towards the carriage. And then I saw them. They weren't laughing. They held themselves all straight and looked out at nothing. They looked so sad. Lost in their parade poses, their hands folded and the doors on either side. I didn't see the Grand Duchess, I only saw them. If they had looked at me, I think I would have thrown the bomb to at least put out that look. But they just looked right ahead. I don't know what happened. My arms got weak, my legs shook. And 1 second after that, it was too late. Or was I dreaming? I thought I heard bells ringing right then.
No, Yannick. You weren't dreaming.
Look at me, brothers. I'm not a coward. I wasn't waiting for them. Those two serious little faces. And that terrible weight in my hand. It's at them that I would have been throwing it. No, I couldn't. Help me. I want to kill myself. I came back because I thought I owed you an explanation. That you would be my only judges. That you would tell me if I was right or wrong. That you wouldn't be able to lie to yourselves. But you aren't saying anything. This is what I propose. If you decide we must kill the children, then I'll go to the exit of the theater, and I'll throw the bomb at the carriage. I know I won't miss my target. Decide, and I'll obey the organization.
The organization told you to kill the Grand Duke.
That's true, but it did not ask me to murder children.
Yannick is right. We didn't predict this.
He should have obeyed orders.
This is my responsibility. If I had laid the plans out right, this wouldn't have happened. No one would have hesitated over what to do. Now we just need to decide whether to give up this attempt or tell Yannick to return to the theater and wait. Alexis.
I don't know. I think I would have done the same as Yannick. I'm not sure of myself. My hands are shaking.
Dora?
I would have stopped, like Yannick. How can I ask others to do what I can't even do myself?
Do you all realize what this decision means? 2 months of shadowing, of all the risks we've run and evaded. 2 months lost for nothing. Eagle arrested for nothing. Rykov hanged for nothing. And what, we just start over? More long weeks of night watches and ruses, endless tension before we get another chance. Are you crazy?
You know that the Grand Duke will be returning to the theater in a few days.
That's 2 more days that we have a chance of getting caught. You said so yourself. I'm leaving.
Wait. Stephen, could you, with your eyes open, throw a bomb at a child?
Yes, if the organization commanded.
Then why are your eyes closed?
Are they?
Yes.
So I can imagine the situation better and respond with the facts.
Open your eyes and understand that the organization would lose all its power and influence if it were to condone for a second children being hurt by our bombs.
I can't take any more of this garbage. The day that we forget about children is the day that we'll be masters of the world and the revolution will triumph.
That day, the revolution will be hated by all of humanity.
Who cares what the world thinks if we're strong enough to impose ourselves on them and change them and free them from their slavery?
And if all of humanity rejects the revolution, and if the people you work for refuse to let their children be murdered, oh, what, will we have to force them?
Yes, until they understand. I too love the people.
Love doesn't look like
Who
that.
says so?
Me!
You're a woman. And you don't know how love works.
But I have the right idea about how shame works.
I've only been ashamed of myself once, and it was the fault of others. It was when they whipped me. Because they whipped me. The whip. Do you even know what that is? Vera sat beside me, and she killed herself in protest. Me, I lived. What do I have to be ashamed of now?
Stephen, everyone here loves you and respects you. But I cannot let you say that everything is allowed. Hundreds of our brothers have died, so that we know not everything is allowed.
Nothing should be prohibited that could help our cause.
Would you go to the police and play on both sides, like Evno suggested?
Yes,
would
if
you
we needed
do that? Stephen, we will forget what you have just said in light of all that you have done for us and with us. Just remember this. He wants to know within a few hours we will be throwing bombs at those 2 children.
Children. Is that all you can say? Because Yannick didn't kill those 2, millions of Russian children will starve to death in the next few years. Have you ever seen children starve to death? I have, and I can tell you that dying by a bomb is a breeze next to that death. But Yannick didn't see them. He only saw the 2 intelligent dogs of the Grand Duke. Are you human? Do you only live for the present? Then choose kindness and fix today's evil, instead of the revolution that will cure all evils, present and yet to come.
Yannick accepts killing the Grand Duke because his death can bring about the time when Russian children won't die of starvation anymore. That by itself isn't easy. But the death of the niece and nephew of the Grand Duke can't prevent a single child from dying. Even in destruction, there is order, and there are limits.
There are no limits! The truth is that you all don't believe in the revolution. If you believed in it totally, if you were sure that our sacrifices and our victories would build a Russia free from tyranny, a land of freedom that would eventually cover the whole world, if you don't doubt that men, being free from their master and his prejudices, would rise up to the sky and face the real gods, then what would the death of 2 children be against that? This death stops you because you're not completely sure you're right. You don't believe in the revolution.
Step it. I am ashamed of myself, but I can't let you go on. I accepted killing someone to destroy this dictatorship. But after what you said, I see a new tyranny rising. And which, if it were ever installed, would turn me into an assassin when I'm trying to be a maker of justice.
What would it matter if you were a maker of justice, if justice was done, even by an assassin? You and I are nothing.
We are something, and you know it. Because it's because of your pride that you spoke earlier today.
My pride is my own. But the pride of men, the revolution, and the injustices done upon them in this lifetime, that is the business of us all!
Men don't live by justice alone.
When men steal their bread, then what do they turn to but justice?
On justice and innocence!
Innocence! Yeah, maybe I know what that means, but I chose to ignore it, and have it be ignored by millions of men, so that one day it might mean something bigger.
You have to be awfully sure that day will come to be willing to destroy everything that makes a man willing to keep living.
I'm sure of it.
You can't be. To know who, me or you, is right, you need the sacrifice of 3 generations at least, and a lot of wars. Terrible, terrible revolutions. When that rain of blood is dry on the earth, you and I will have been mixed with the dust for a long time.
Then others would come and I salute them as my brothers!
Yes! But I love those who live today on the same earth as I do, and they're the ones that I salute. And for some future far-off city that I'm not sure of, I will not slap the faces of my brothers. I will not add to a living injustice for a great justice. Brothers, I want to speak frankly and say what the least of peasants could say. To murder children is without honor. And if the day ever comes when the revolution separates itself from honor, I will turn from it.
Honor is a luxury reserved for people who can afford carriages.
No! It is the last possession of the poor, and you know it well. And you know there is honor in the revolution. That's why we accept death. It's that which put you under the whip one day. And now,
Shut up!
Why should I shut up? I let you say that I didn't believe in the revolution. That's to say that I could kill someone for nothing. That I'm an assassin. I let you say that and I didn't hit you.
It's better to kill sometimes for nothing than it is to kill for none at all.
Stepan, no one here agrees with you. The decision is made.
So I'll go along. But I repeat, that terror does not mold itself to the way that delicate people want it. We're murderers, and we've chosen to be.
No! I've chosen to die so that the murderer will not win. I've chosen to be innocent.
Yannick and Stepan, enough. The organization has decided that the killing of children is useless. We will start again. We have to be ready in 2 days.
And if the children are there?
We'll wait for another chance.
And if the Grand Duchess accompanies the Grand Duke?
I won't spare her.
Listen.
Starting over.
Yes, Alexis. Starting over. This is what happens when you do something for honor.
And see.